Black voices need to be heard because there's a lot of change that's needed in this country. Our voices matter. And it's clear, once again, with this recent election, our voices have been heard. We're making changes. We're, coming together and making noise and really letting people know, shining lights on dark areas of America. And there's a lot of darkness here. So it's very important to listen. Even though we've been saying it for a very long time, we've been talking about racism in this country, we've been talking about voter suppression. There's like so many issues that we've talked about, but no one has actually listened. And I think after the course of this year, so many things, especially being in a pandemic and people being home and being forced to see what's actually happening, now I think is the best time ever for them to really listen. So I think, especially in this climate, they have to listen in order for us to move forward as a country and to really be a global leader. You have to make sure that all of us are a part of that progression. Because if you don't, this place is gonna crumble. And that's for real. And we've been calling it, and we're tired of saving this place. We're constantly saving America. So if we're going to do that, listen to us. We have genuine concerns. Like I mentioned before, I've talked about education. Giving these students what they need to succeed. Going into these communities, giving them the health care that they need. Talking about police reform. Nobody's talking about getting rid of the police, but do what's right. Why do we have to be scared whenever a police officer approaches us? And when we talk about police reform, change it. Maybe police officers shouldn't go out on certain calls. They can't handle certain situations. You need to do better training. You need to do better investigation when you're hiring these people. How about that? See, I'm screaming from the top of my lungs at this moment. And I'm afraid, I'm still hopeful though, that it's just gonna bounce back. It's like a boomerang effect. I throw it out there into the world, but it's just gonna come back and hit me in the face. That's what we've always experienced, year after year after year. I've faced it, my parents have faced it, my grandparents have faced it, not only in America, but in Jamaica too. You throw things out there, and it just comes back and hits you in the face because you're Black. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not that bad. Yes, it is that bad. And after these 4 years, I hope you see that it has been that bad. And as we continue to unpack, I hope you all realize that it is that bad and continue on this path of progression, if that's what you really want to do. Because in this moment, this country is saying, yes, we want to do better. We want to be better. Do you? Because if you do, with our voices being out there and now you're really listening, that means you have a lot of changing to do within. That means you have to recognize your privilege. That means you have to set yourself aside and put someone else ahead because you know that you've gotten far ahead because you've had certain advantages Black people have not. So if you're really willing to step aside, step out of yourself, then that's when the work can be done. But we've always been speaking. We've always been speaking, but if you're going to listen, that comes with like another challenge with, especially white people within. Hey, it's important. If we're gonna go where we need to go, then hey, you're gonna have to listen and step to the side, really do some self-reflection.